Good evening and welcome to August 24th, 2017 Planning Board meeting. First, I'm going to appoint John a voting member. I even remembered. And the first item on the agenda is an outline adjustment for John and Rhodolyn Knox, 132 Cross Road, map 406, lot 32 and 33. I looked at the application very quickly a minute ago. I see waivers for wetlands and topo. Everything else seems to be looking very quickly at it. It seems to be there.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the waivers for topography and wetlands be granted.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move the application be accepted as complete.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Art Siciliano representing John and Rhodolyn Knox. John is here tonight with me, so he can answer any questions that I can't. And so this is a lot line adjustment between lots 32 and 33 on map 406 on the south side of Cross Road, which I will correct my location sketch up there. It didn't give you
Thank
any
you.
information.
I was wondering where.
I guess I was too busy working on the plan, and I started it and didn't. I'll clean that up, and you'll.
Crossroad isn't labeled on the.
Yeah, it's not labeled, and there's the land below it, and I didn't make it smaller, but I'll get that fixed up. Anyway, lot 32 is 1.75 right now acres, and lot 33 is 6.8 acres. Neither lot is in a flood hazard zone, and neither is in an aquifer protection area. The lot 32 is in a rural conservation district, and that's where there's an existing house and existing garage and driveway. There's a well over by the wall to the east. And the other parcels, lot 33, has an existing shop and shed and warehouse, and that's zoned commercial. And they're proposing to add parcel A from 33 to go to 32. And 33 will be 5.03 acres after that adjustment, and 32 will be 3.52, so that's probably more complying than it was. There's lots of frontage for each lot. And they've got a few monuments to set. And, the purpose of it is that parcel A is a pasture, and they have their animals in there, and they like to keep it with the house. That's about all I can tell you. It's fairly simple.
Mr. Chairman, any problem with the fact that two sheds, existing sheds, are probably too close to the property line under current zoning? Over here.
What's the distance requirement?
Well, the red one's across the property line.
Right, I'm just asking, does that create I don't see any problem with this, but I just wanted to know if that creates a problem.
Does that create a problem? The gray one would be more conforming, obviously. It's gonna meet the. If you were to sell lot 33-1 or 32, then there would be somebody would have an issue with the red shed being on the property line, I'm sure. But I don't think it creates a problem, no. Problem existed before this. Lot 33 would be 5.03 after the adjustment?
Yes.
Ready for motion?
Sure. As long as you approve the fixed locus map on 75 monuments.
I move the application be approved, subject to the condition that, 5?
Yes.
That the 5 monuments be set.
And fix the locust map. And fix the locust map.
And the locust map be fixed prior to signing off on the Mylar.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Same. Opposed?
I forgot public comment.
Is there
I forgot public comment, so you can certainly speak about public comment.
I guess, Arthur can do what needs to be done. That's nothing that I gotta do,
Correct.
other than pay him to do it.
Right.
That's it? Give the Mylar a
So
chip?
we're just, so what do you gotta do, put in a corner? Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, you paying them or?
I already paid.
Okay, yeah.
No,
I didn't get a
didn't get my
check.
check
we,
yet.
we,
None of us got a check.
I paid the application fee.
Oh,
Yeah, so, okay, I guess we're good, thank you.
Have a good night.
thank you.
When you say, 5 monuments be set in the locust map?
Locust.
and the LOCUS,
Okay, not the dog.
Not quite.
that would be a T.
Yes, it was. That was it.
See, we have minutes.
You have everything.
Yes, be gentle on the minutes.
I didn't make any changes.
Which minutes do we have, the 10th and the 27th?
Just the 10th.
Just a time.
Just the 10th. Do you need them?
Sure.
I wasn't here that day, so. One comment, does everybody like the format
No.
with the ABC?
No.
Good, okay.
I don't even know where I got that. I'm like,
Okay.
why am I doing this?
I don't like it either.
So it's going back to.
Okay,
You don't like
College term paper.
I don't like it, no.
I didn't care for it, no.
I seriously don't know where I saw it. I'm like, why am I doing this? Because this is the second one. There's 2 that I did like that. And I'm like, try retyping it. It doesn't make sense.
You
So
you probably let Word format it, that's what it did.
Yeah.
So you go back to just paragraph stuff.
Mhm.
This is more like an outline of the meeting rather than minutes of the meeting.
There was one thing I did want to kind of clarify. Final page, Roman numeral 4, starting stone wall removal.
Mhm.
In the unbolded section, first line says, one of the board members thought it was too close to Merrill Road. Can we specify one of the select board members?
Oh, yes.
That was the only correction I had.
I just had a question about PBC it uses through this.
Planning board?
Planning board would be commission, but what would the C be for?
Characters?
How to call it.
Why don't we ask Jen?
Ask me. I know that Naomi calls you the PBC. So that's where I probably picked that up from. I thought it was.
I can think of
thought
worse
it was-
acronyms.
I thought it was commission, like, I thought it was
We're not. We are the planning board, period.
period.
Commission, committee would be redundant.
I will
So
have to
just
ask.
PB,
PB.
PB.
Yeah, he's the C.
We are not PC.
Probably be better too to just spell it out.
Mhm.
I mean, I hadn't seen it abbreviated like that. Maybe if it's in the same paragraph or something. PBC, probably have planning board characters though.
PC wouldn't work either.
I move that the minutes of August 10th be approved as, with the change, with the addition of select board in the first line under Roman 4.
And PBC be changed.
And PBC be changed to planning board.
And do you want me to get rid of the A, B, C, D, E?
No.
Not on this one, just going forward, okay.
That would take you way too long to figure that one out.
Don't do it again.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Try to draw the meeting out a little longer, isn't it?
Just kick one of the things.
Our next meeting is September 12th, I believe.
11th. Or no, 13th, 14th.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
The 12
Yeah.
is zoning, the 13 is conservation, and the 14.
14th. It's planning board.
Correct.
And you have nothing on the agenda. Should we post a
We gotta finish subdivision stuff.
public hearing on the
When's the first
subdivision
Tuesday?
changes?
Is it the 8th?
You can if you want to. I'm gonna be in Goffstown.
Did we ever make a decision on the,
Oh, on the 14th, you're not gonna be there?
on the
I gotta continue
roads,
again.
with the roads?
No, that's
No.
what we have to do. Up the agenda for subdivision.
Yeah. It's been lingering out there for a long
Yeah.
time.
Year and a half. Well, road problem.
So do you want to discuss that on the 14th, or do you want to post it as a public hearing for subdivision changes? Decisions.
Or if you have nothing on the agenda, do you want to cancel the meeting?
I don't mind canceling the meeting.
It's up to the vice chair, since the chair's gonna be in Goffstown that night.
I don't wanna talk about subdivision regulations anyway.
Yeah, I hate to leave you out.
Thank you, I think.
No, it's the kind of thing where all board members should be here, really.
Well, that, and it's his language.
And the coordinator will be in Newport Salem, so I won't be here anyway.
Well, you guys go ahead and meet and check them out, have to do whatever.
Why don't we wait before canceling the meeting to see if something else comes in? But do
When you pass
cancel it if
it,
there's
pass
nothing
it.
on
Yeah.
it.
The
Yeah, we
concept
don't wanna
of the
talk
committee.
about subdivision regulations
What?
without Craig's
The
presence.
only thing that could come in is.
If nobody shows up with a conceptual or anything, Chip, then.
As far as the only thing that could come in would be a conceptual.
Right.
And we could do that because there's also nothing scheduled for the end of the month,
There
Well,
will,
there'll
there
be-
will be.
assuming that he does something.
So he's not gonna be here at all in September.
Over
First, he's
No,
not
no,
gonna
no,
be here.
no,
and
no,
then
no,
he's
I'm dropping off an application at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's gonna be in the agenda.
No,
for-
that's what I'm saying. First, you're not gonna be here.
Oh, no, I'm gonna be
Then
there.
Yeah.
So if we did have a conceptual for the 14th,
Of
we
course, I
could
could
just
be
do
in
it on,
Goffstown that night too.
do it on the
so-
28th.
Yeah, so why don't we just cancel it,
That would be marvelous.
then we can all plan ahead.
I'll be sipping gin and tonics on the fantail
Where?
in Newport,
On the fantail.
the back of the boat, for those of you who do
I don't
not
even
know what the
mention anything
fantail
about
is.
that, right?
Not a fantail? No.
It's a shrimp.
So, yeah, I was gonna say, it's like a shrimp tail.
What about canceling? Nothing,
If a decision is made tonight, that should be
Yeah.
reflected in the minutes.
so is it, is that what
But
you're
I
going
don't
for?
think a decision's been made.
I move that we cancel the meeting for September 14th,
The work session meeting.
the work session meeting.
Do you have a second?
It's not a regular meeting. I'll second that.
Discussion,
Work session?
Yes.
discussion. The only harm I can see is if somebody comes to a conception between now and then, but
They go on the 28th.
they go on the 28th. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Jeez, I go someplace else and you guys take a day off. Jeez. Packers might be playing that night too.
Oh.
I said that in the morning. Then I get paid for it.
Bring something up for discussion?
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I will not be here until after 10 o'clock.
He's not paying attention.
So it was.
Mr. Chairman,
Close.
Yes, Mr. Van.
John Van has
And
an item
Mr.
he wishes
Fillmore?
to discuss.
Second, okay.
New business.
Yes.
With the recent legislation that allows Keno to play, or to pay for full-time kindergarten, and cities gonna be voting on that in the near future, do we want to make any changes to the subdivision, or to the regulations, zoning regulations, as to where such activities would be allowed, in which zone?
From all of where I understand, you almost have to have a liquor license to be able to sell Keno, so that pretty much limits
So
what
it'd
it's
have to
gonna
be in
be.
a commercial zone anyway.
Right.
But do we want to actually have any wording in there that gambling will be allowed in that zone?
I read a brief conversation, there's a thing, Plan Link, where all the planners and surveyors and engineers kind of listen in. And Rochester and Dover asked the same question, and the consensus was they weren't gonna do anything.
Okay,
If you're allowed to sell liquor, you're allowed to sell Keno.
okay.
And Dover, I heard tonight, is gonna put it up for vote. at the
Yeah,
town
they were
meeting.
talking about the actual changing the zoning ordinance to restrict it more than that, but
And of course, unless the selectmen decide to put it to a vote,
Yep.
the issue's moot. Have the selectmen discussed the
We haven't had
issue?
that discussion,
I'm just thinking we only get
But,
once a
we
year
should.
to address this, and if it does come to the selectmen, do we need to be proactive and think about it ahead of time? That's the only reason I wanna bring it up.
I mean, is it
Who has a liquor license in town?
down by line cost there?
Across from Country 3 and down by Line Tops,
the American,
General
American
Stark
Legion.
Mill?
the American Legion.
The generals have it.
Stark Mill,
The Stark,
or whatever that's.
Stark Tavern.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The Legion, I think,
No,
has a liquor
no,
license.
no,
they don't.
no.
Okay.
So
That's,
just those two.
So there's two private clubs.
So unless somebody else opens another bar or restaurant with a liquor, and I don't even know if it's available, the liquor licensees, restaurant licensees, I don't know.
Yeah, what about if they just have a beer and wine, like, Dimitri's?
did you think about that?
I don't know. I'm sure it's in there, I just don't know the answer.
What I read was specific to liquor license, not,
But,
not grocery stores.
right, but is Dimitri's, do they have a liquor license if you can sell beer and wine?
They have, yeah.
I don't know.
They have some type of liquor license, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not,
Because they
it's
serve
not a
them at
full liquor license.
No,
Oh, they have different.
Yeah, beer and wine.
There
is
there are
categorized by
different
itself.
types of licenses.
yeah, so it's a, but that's a question we have answered, not here at the planning board, but.
No, like I said, I just wanted to bring it up because we only get once a year to address things like this, and
Yeah, we still got some time, because it's usually November type.
But it might be, at the moment, I think the sense is we shouldn't do anything, but on this web serve or wherever else, something may come up.
Yep.
And we may want to revisit that. So stay tuned and keep us informed.
he's the one that pays attention to that.
You pay attention to that.
You do that on company time?
Yeah,
Reading that?
sure. I get all kind of useless information out of there, and some useful. It's kind of neat to have an application in front of the planning board, and you see the planner typing stuff in about your application.
He's also going to the law lectures here
Yes.
in October.
They
So,
find, they find out what's
the way
that.
that this works, if a select board does nothing, then it's just illegal.
I don't know if a petitioned warrant article could require the vote to be taken.
Yeah, and we haven't discussed it, so I'm not proposing one way or the other, I'm just asking you a question.
But if it's changed on the zoning, we would propose that anyway.
There's no zoning change involved. This only allows liquor licensees to, if they wish to do so, the option of having Keno, provided that the town has voted to allow them. So you can have
So
new.
it's defaulted to not allow unless the town agrees to it?
That's correct. You cannot do it unless the town votes to allow you to do it.
Okay.
And if the town votes to allow you to do it, it's the liquor licensee holder's choice. Some may say yes, some may say no.
Okay.
So there's really nothing until, for our sake, till the March meeting, because it would have to go for the voters.
Correct.
So either would have to be a petition, or the
Or
board would have,
would have
the
a
select board
warrant.
would have to.
I assume it can be done by petition, but I don't know that.
Well, the best thing to do, personal opinion, is just put it out there. and
See what people
see
say.
what people
Yeah.
say.
Just so you know, regardless of whether the town says yay, and in fact does have Keno in some of their liquor license holders, or says nay, in which case there are none, the town still would get its share of Keno money for full-day kindergarten. So the town's ability to get money from Keno is not conditional on them allowing Keno in their community.
Good enough.
Mr. Chairman, I move we adjourn.
Second.
For discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.